Good morning.
I have my book, Mommy.
You don't have your book. Where is your book?
Just Rosie found it.
Okay, so while Josh is getting his book, her book, what are we reading today?
No.
Today is...
Oh, I think I have it.
No, we've gone over this. You don't need it.
Today is
Wednesday, August
12th, and we're going to be
reading Job
1
and 2.
She's saying 21 because they're both good.
21 and 22?
Okay, I'll just say it again.
No, we're not doing 20s yet.
It's Wednesday, August 12th, and we're going to be reading Job 1 and 2.
Job 1 and 2. All right.
Alrighty.
Right there? Right there? That's Job 1 and 2 right there?
Okay, it's only
Yes.
pretty much one page.
This one is 8.
Is 8?
Yes.
Looks like one page.
It's 8. Okay.
The other
All right.
stops.
Job. The book of Job. The prologue.
I'm done. You ready? Prologue. There was a man in the land whose name was Job. The man was blameless and upright, fearing God and avoiding evil. 7 sons and 3 daughters were born to him. His possessions were 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and very many servants. The man was the greatest of all the people of the east. His sons used to go to and make a feast in the house of each on his day, and they would send and call for their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. Now when the days of feast had run their course, Job sent and sanctified them. He would rise up early in the morning, and he would offer burnt offerings. He would offer
According to the number of...
Hold on, there it goes. Burnt offerings according to the number of them all, because Job said, "It may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts." Thus Job would do always. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and the adversary also came among them. And the Lord said to the adversary, "From where have you come?" And the adversary answered the Lord and said, "From roaming on the earth, and from walking up and down on it." And the Lord said to the adversary, "Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man who fears God and avoids evil?" Then the adversary answered the Lord, saying, "Has Job feared God for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him, around his household, and around all that he has on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. But stretch out your hand now and touch all that he has, that he will curse you to your face." The Lord said to the adversary, "Look, all that he has in your power, only do not stretch out your hand against his person." So the adversary departing from the presence of the Lord. So a day came when his sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the eldest brother's house, and the messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing and the donkeys were feeding beside them, and the Sabeans attacked them and took them away, and they killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and only I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another came and said, "The fire of God fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants, and consumed all that I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another came and said, "The Chaldeans formed 3 companies and made a raid on the camels and have taken them away. They killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another came and said, your sons and your daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And suddenly a great wind came from the wilderness and struck the four corners of the house, and it fell on the young people. And they are dead, and I alone have escaped to tell you. Then Job stood up and tore his robe and shaved his head and fell to the ground and worshipped. He said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked will I return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this, Job did not sin, and he did not accuse God of wrongdoing. Chapter 2. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and the adversary came also among them to present himself before the Lord. The Lord said to the adversary, from where do you come? And the adversary answered the Lord, saying, from roaming on the earth and from walking up and down on it. Then the Lord said to the adversary, have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man who fears God and avoids evil? He still holds fast his integrity, although you have moved me against him to destroy him without cause. The adversary answered the Lord, saying, skin for skin, yes, all that a man has he will give for his life. But put forth your hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse you to your face. The Lord said to the adversary, very well, he is in your hand, but spare his life. Therefore the adversary went out from the presence of the Lord, and he afflicted Job with severe sores from the sole of his foot to the top of his head. And so he took a piece of broken pottery from which to scrape himself while he was sitting among the ashes. His wife said to him, are you still maintaining your integrity? Curse God and die. He said to her, you talk like one of the foolish women talks. Will we indeed accept the good from God, but not accept the adversity? In all this, Job did not sin with his lips. 3 friends of Job heard about all the evil that had come upon them, and each one came from his own place. Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite. They had agreed together to come to mourn with him and to comfort him. They saw him from a distance and did not recognize him, so they wept aloud. Each one tore his robe, and they tossed dust into the air above their heads. Then they sat down with him on the ground 7 days and 7 nights. Meanwhile, no one was speaking to him at all, because they saw that his pain was severe.
And that is Job 1 and 2. All right. Bye.
Bye. Have a great day. Please subscribe. Hope you like this video. Please leave a like or a comment.
Please leave what's that, Catherine?
Please leave a like or a comment.
And your horse is saying goodbye to everybody?
It's about new horse.
She has another horse.
It's about new one.
So we're saying bye.
And if you have subscribed.